KTN News, Nairobi.
And yes, indeed, we look forward to that gentleman getting justice. Preliminary findings of police brutality captured by Kenya Medical Association, Law Society of Kenya and Amnesty International Kenya chapter on the protest in Kisumu and Kisii counties show that 24 people lost their lives. 41 other protesters were seriously injured during the demonstrations. The report further says 11 police officers were also injured during the anti-government protest called by Azimio leader Raila Odinga. And as our reporter Ode Francis reports, LSK now wants all police commanders held responsible for their actions.
Preliminary findings indicate that excessive force was used on demonstrators since the anti-government protest began on 20th March 2023, particularly in Kisii and Kisumu. Collectively, across the 3 cycles of protests, at least 24 people were killed and 41 people experienced serious injuries.
The Law Society met with the Chief Justice to also call for data on the number of children that were held in custody and that were arraigned in court, plus also all the data of all the victims that were presented to court, apart from the letter that we had also done to the IG.
Following altercations with the National Police Service across the Nyanza and Western counties, 11 police officers were also injured by the protesters and were recorded as having received medical treatment. 16 survivors recovered in hospitals and 11 bodies in morgues in Kisumu.
We had reports of the Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital being tear-gassed on one of the Maandamano days. We also received reports of ambulances being attacked, being stoned and vandalized. We had an ambulance driver that was dragged out of his ambulance and injured.
Investigations reveal that most deaths were recorded in Kondele, Nyalenda and Nyamasaria, with most victims aged between 17 and 38 years.
We recorded over 30 testimonies over this mission, which was held between the 28th and 30th of July this year in Kisumu, Kisumu town, Nyando, Nyalenda and Kisii town. We also attempted to speak to all the duty bearers, but some declined or were unavailable to meet with the mission team.
According to the findings, 107 cases of people assaulted by police officers were attended to at the Jaramogi Teaching and Referral Hospital and other health facilities across Kisumu. 47 of those were treated with gunshot wounds. Law Society of Kenya, Amnesty International together with Kenya Medical Association want all the police commanders held accountable for orders issued during anti-government protests.
We will seek for accountability from the police with regard particularly command responsibility by the IG. He is responsible for the National Police Service, and so it is his responsibility to ensure that the police act within the ambit of the law, and no one is above the law. Secondly, we'll also pursue compensation for the victims.
So far, no reports of deaths or injuries have been recorded from Independent Policing Oversight Authority (IPOA). The cause of deaths has been attributed to the use of live and rubber bullets at close range. Ode Francis, KTN News, Nairobi.